This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome you to another night of Preston Indians basketball. As tonight, the Preston Indians play host to the Burley Bobcats here on Senior Nights. For Preston, it is Senior Night. They'll honor Riley and Tyler Parker coming up in just a few minutes here, but we did start before the game. Preston's now 17-2, 9-2 in conference play, coming off another overtime win in their last game last Wednesday, 66-61, in a game they played at Minico. They've been off for the last week, just practicing and trying to keep sharp, as Coach Jones told me before the game. That win over Minico. Also, Lyle Fuller put them very much in solid control of second place in the conference and gives them a tiebreaker over Minico.
Yeah, huge win for the Indians at Minico. Of course, another overtime game. Minico and Century will play each other tonight in another key district battle. But, you know, now that we've got that win under our belts, we've got to keep the momentum going against a dangerous Burley team. They've got a really good player in Jace Whitey, and should be a good chance for the Indians to try to keep building some momentum towards the district tournament.
These two teams met back in mid-December in Burley, with Preston coming from behind and winning it 68-62. It was about a 6-point Burley lead at halftime. Ty Hyde picked up his third foul about 30 seconds into the third quarter. They took him out, and all of a sudden Preston went on a big run and took the lead, really took control of the game.
Yeah, unexpected result to Ty's foul trouble that time, but you know, this Burley team, of course, we played them in the state championship game last year. They lost a lot of pieces off of that team, but they're still dangerous, and they can pull out a win. So we're going to have to play our A game here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Ty Hyde had 21 in that game at Burley back in mid-December. As far as the Burley Bobcats go, they've struggled a little bit this year, 6-13 overall, 3-9 in conference play. They certainly sit 8th in the Great Basin Conference. They average about 53 points a game, allow 57. And you mentioned the big guard. I say big, he's not that big, but certainly is the big as far as their output goes. That's Jace Whiting.
Yeah, coach's son. I saw on social media that Whiting picked up an offer from Boise State last week to go with his Idaho State offer. Of course, his dad, Trent Whiting, played at BYU, so he's got that family gene, so to speak, going for him. But right. Jace, he certainly can score the ball, and we'll have to try to corral him and then shut down everybody else best we can.
Averages 20 points a game. He's had double figures in every game this year. Had 19 in the game against Preston back in December, and he's had 11 double-double games this season as well.
Yeah, it tells you he can do things other than score. But yeah, the offense will certainly run through him tonight for the Bobcats, and I'm not sure who will draw the defensive assignment for the Indians in terms of matching up with Whiting, but we do have good size along our guard lines with 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", or 4, however you want to put Hobson. So right. We have some size we can throw at Whiting along the guard line. We'll see if we can slow him down a little bit.
Well, we'll have our chat with Coach Jones coming up after the break. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more here on the pregame show on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
At
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back to the Indian pregame show. Spent a few minutes with Tyler Jones before this game with Burley hitter night on senior night. Senior night's always fun. You get a couple of guys you can honor on their final home game of their careers here at Preston.
Yeah, it's always a special night, and both Riley and Tyler this year, they've done a good job for us all season. They've been good leaders on the court, off the court, and they've had big roles this year. Coming off the bench, Tyler, I thought there's been some games where he's given us a huge lift, and Riley's been solid all year down there, holding the fort down in the paint defensively, and he always with Ty getting so much attention. Riley and Tyler get a lot of layups away from the ball, and it takes everybody, and they've been great for us all year.
It's been a week since you played. You've had the overtime game at Minico. Another overtime win over them. That's a very important game because that gives you now a tiebreaker over them because you're even in the conference standing.
Yeah, so that was a big win. Most importantly, just on the road. We needed that momentum to get a big win on the road, and it's put us in a good spot to where we can control our own fate this week. If we can, take care of business tonight, that's all we're looking at right now. And then at Pokey on Friday, then according to my math, we'd end up the 2 seed, which is huge because you get to play at home for the majority of the district tournament if you take care of business. So where if we were to drop one of those games, we're 4th. So it's in our hands. We got to just worry about tonight, come out and play because Burley's dangerous, and take care of business on our end.
You've been off for a week. How'd the week of practice go?
Good. And early we played so many games that this last couple of weeks of the year has just been one game a week. The last couple of weeks it's tough, to a lot of practice, a lot of downtime, which is good, but you also want to keep that momentum, playing games right now this time of year. So this week where we get the 2 games going into district tournament, we need to be sharp, and hopefully we'll be ready to go tonight.
Let's talk about Burley a little bit. You played them back at their place back in mid-December, and for a quarter and a half, it looked like they might have your number. Yeah,
we struggled out there. I remember we were down 8 after the first. We were down 6 at half. We ended up getting down 10 early in the third, and then we went on an 18-2 run and kind of turned the tide there. So they're dangerous. They're really guard heavy, and they're hot. They have Whiting, the coach's son, who he has a couple offers from Division I schools, so he's a very talented kid. The lefty Gibbons is a good athlete, and if they're hitting shots, they can compete with anybody. The last 2 games they took Century out there to a 2-point game, and then they went to Minico and lost by 10, but we're right there most of the game. So as with most teams in our league, anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
That game in Burley changed in the second half. You went on that big run like you mentioned, but you did it without Ty. He picked up his 3rd foul very early, first 30 seconds or so of quarter number 3, and that's when things really changed.
Yeah, and that's why you got to be ready. I mean, Ty's our number 1 focus. We want to get him going, but on any given night, others have to step up, and out there it took a team effort, and others stepped up, and hopefully they can do that here the rest of the season.
hopefully things go good. A couple of games this week, and we'll see what happens in the district tournament. Good luck tonight.
Well, it's been a fun year. Thank you.
Thank you. Ty Jones, our guest here on the pregame show. Take a time out. Back with more after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Welcome back here to Preston Gym and the Indians, and the Bobcats coming up in just a couple of minutes. Other games tonight around the Great Basin. Medico will be at Century. That's going to be a very important game seeding-wise for the upcoming tournament. Wood River will be at Mountain Home. Canyon Ridge is at Twin Falls. And, of course, Burley is here at Preston. We invite you to stay tuned. Starting lineups in the opening tap coming up. Preston basketball is next on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Tuition for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting LLC and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting LLC is strictly prohibited. Well, we welcome you back inside Preston Gym as Preston Indian basketball is on the air. Glad to have you with us, Dan Hubbard, along with Lyle Fuller tonight on senior night. I'm not sure they forgot a single senior on the whole campus.
Yeah, it's a kind of tradition here where we honor not just the senior players, but the band, the cheerleaders, the Fidels, everybody. So it's a nice night, I guess, for the senior class, and we'll give them another round of applause, and we'll probably clear the floor and get ready to play some basketball here before too long.
Yep, they still have 3 minutes on the clock. I imagine they're going to give them a couple more minutes to get loose again after standing around here for a few minutes before we have our national anthem and the starting lineups tonight coming up here in just a little bit. So the start of tonight's game might be delayed just a couple of minutes, but still we'll kind of entertain you the best we can here with the Dog and Pony Show between Lyle and I here for the next few minutes. We look ahead to the conference tournament. No one's going to catch Twin Falls. They're going to have the number 1 seed. If we win tonight and on Friday at Pokey, we would lock up the number 2 seed.
Well, I'm not sure on that, because Twin Falls' 2 losses are to teams in the opposite pod, so they'd count as 4 losses, as I understand it. So I thought if Century wins tonight against Minico, Century would go in as the number 1, and we'd go number 2. I think that's the way. But the bottom line is there's 4 really good teams in our district. Only 3 get to go to state. So, right. You look at in the girls' side, Bonneville, they were undefeated going into their district tournament, ranked number 2 in the state behind Century. They lose twice in the district tournament, and they're out. They're not going to state. So, regular season success is great, and it is great. I mean, it truly is an accomplishment, but I think our Indians are used to being in the state tournament the last 3 years and had success there, and that's certainly the goal this year. So, we got to get some momentum going, and you have to play well at home and take it up another notch in that district tournament, or you can be on the outside looking in no matter how lofty the ranking or your seeding in the district.
I guess the important part is having a number 2 seed that gives you, theoretically, it should give you 2 home games. And playing here at Preston Gym over the last couple of years has been very huge for the Indians.
Yeah, and the way that, so the boys tournament, district tournament, will be seeded like the girls was, if our fans have looked at that one, but it's a little different than what we've done in the past, so maybe just to catch people up to speed. What they're going to do is they'll have a first round play-in game where the 7 will play the 10, the 8 will play the 9, the loser's just out and done for the year, the winners then advance to play the 1 and the 2. So if we do happen to go in as the 2nd seed, we would start with the winner of the 7-10 game, and that would be our first round matchup, which we'd host here. So, that's where we want to be, hosting that game between either the 7th or the 10th place, right in that first round, build a little momentum that way, and try to, again, make that run through the district tournament.
When you mentioned the girls tournament, the girls were seeded 4th and had to play the number 1 seed Century at Century in their second game, and that kind of messed everything up for them.
Yeah, now they're having to battle back around through the losers bracket. Of course, they got a nice win last night over Twin Falls, and now they're at Mountain Home tomorrow night.
Right.
And a winner goes to state, and losers done. So, exciting game for our girls tomorrow night as well. And I'd like to see them continue to be able to go back to state as Coach Kimber Hall's got that program going in the right direction.
Yeah, and we'll have that game for you as well here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 tomorrow night, following the Utah State Coaches Show. They have a special show this week on Thursday because they were traveling on Monday. So they'll do the show tomorrow live from San Diego from 6 to 7. And then the game at Mountain Home tips off just a few minutes after 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And we'll have that game for you from Mountain Home coming up tomorrow. So everybody's ready for the national anthem here tonight, plus the starting lineups coming up in just a couple of minutes, and we'll get this game underway here from Preston Gym, as Preston, who is 17-2 overall on the year, Burley is 6-13 overall on the year this year. As they roll the flag down, everyone will stand, and it's time for our national anthem here tonight from Preston Gym. As the group who will sing is still walking out onto the floor. And now we're ready to go. And again, from Preston Gym, here is our national anthem. Got ready for some basketball here from Preston tonight. Preston against Burley. Again, these two teams met back in mid-December at Burley, and for the Indians, it was a 6-point win in that game. Starting lineups tonight, as they introduce the officials here first.
Looks like we may have a change. We may start Tyler Parker on senior night. It's kind of a nice tradition.
Yeah, both Riley and Tyler will start. And the starters tonight for the Bobcats, number 1, Ridge Gerard, who is a 5'10 junior, will start tonight. Ethan Gibbons, a 5'10 junior, who averages 10 points a game. Riley Loveland, a 5'10 senior, 6.5 points a game. Chase Whiting, as you mentioned, Lyle, a 5'10 junior, 20.3 points a game. And then Steve Ramirez, a 6'3 junior, gets a start tonight as well for the Burley Bobcats. As is the tradition, they dim the lights, and it's time to meet the starters tonight for the Preston Indians. Cooper Hobson will start tonight. He is a 6'4 junior. He had 19 points in the game against Burley earlier this year. Luke Smaley will start tonight, a 6'2 junior. Had 9 points in the win against Benico a week ago that went to overtime. Riley Parker, a 6'3 senior, will start tonight, as will Tyler Parker. And finally, The big man in the middle is Ty Hyde, 6'6" junior, and everything seems to run through Ty, and hopefully he'll be able to stay out of foul trouble, unlike he did in that game at Burley back in December.
Right, Ty should have an advantage on the blow block. You know, sometimes when you go into a game thinking or maybe even knowing you have that advantage, you press a little bit and maybe pick up a charging foul or something. Let's see if Ty can just play under control and use that size advantage around the rim. Get the Indians off to a big start here.
Yep, they can certainly use it. They trail by 8 at the end of the first quarter. In the game at Burley, they trailed by 6 at halftime, and then went on that big 19-2 run in the third quarter and took the lead and went on to the 6-point win. So Ty will jump center as he'll jump against Steve Ramirez. Burley's lost 5 straight coming in, as Ty will control the tap as he tips it over to Cooper Hobson, and we're underway as Cooper hands it off to Luke Smaley. Luke gets it to Riley Parker, down low, it goes to Ty in the paint, tries to muscle his way inside, gets the rebound, then it's stripped and fouled. He'll go to the free throw line right away.
Got Burley with the not bringing the double team there. Hyde working on the post against Ramirez, able to get a nice shot, just didn't fall. Now we'll go to the line.
So Ty goes to the free throw line. Had kind of a tough night shooting fouls the other night against Minico. Even though they won, as he makes the first one here. He only made 3 out of 8 from the charity stripe in that game.
Yeah, Ty normally pretty good free throw shooter. Let's see if he can bounce back here.
Second one is no good as the rebound is off, and it is Jace Whiting who brings it up into the front court. Remember that name. Boy, he's going to shoot a bomb from way outside. No good. Ramirez had to go off his hands. Here comes Smaley 2-on-1. Luke all the way. Lay it up and in.
We'll give Smaley the rebound, and the basket goes coast to coast. Good athletic move along the right side.
Get it up into the front court. Gerard gets it across the timeline. Comes back to Gibbons. Gibbons down in the corner. Shot from the corner is good, and the foul. Foul's going to go against Parker. Score the basket for Riley Loveland.
Yeah, I think Parker got him on the follow through there.
That'll be the first on Parker, 1 on each team. And now Riley Loveland will go to the free throw line. Loveland, a 69%er on the year, makes the 3-point play. So we're tied at 3. Smaley up into the front court, charges into the left corner, dumps it down on the block to Ty. Swing it back out to Hobson, looks at a 3, good.
Boy, that looked pure. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Get him off to a quick start tonight. That would be certainly well within their means, as the shot from the corner is no good by Gerard. Rebound back off. Here comes Parker up into the front court, gives it to Smaley, who traveled.
Yeah, shuffled his feet at the start of his move there.
That is a habit that Luke has gotten into, that wherever he ends up playing after his career is done here at Preston, I'm sure they will certainly work on breaking him of that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just has to know where he's going before he starts to drive, and then now there's a travel the other way.
Gerard tried to work his way down the middle and found himself in a crowd, then traveled with the basketball.
Yeah, got in there amongst the trees. And
so 6-3, Preston leads on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. 6:15 to play here in the opening quarter. Down low to High, off the glass, no good. Rebound up high, goes to Whiting. Good leaper at 5'10".
Yeah, I think they list him at 6'1" now this year on the current program.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, he's a good athlete, yeah.
So he grew a little bit. Here comes Gerard again, swings it over in the left corner. Whiting from there, good again.
Deep 3 from the corner there. There comes Hobson back the other way.
And he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line to shoot through 3, and this is going to be against Whiting. So Hobson's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home. They've been assisting Franklin County residents in their time of need since 1925. When you need their professional and understanding care, stop by their modern full-service facility just off Highway 91, just south of Preston. Their doors are always open for your questions or concerns anytime. That's Webb Funeral Home. As Hobson makes the first 2, he gets one more as he was fouled on the three-point attempt. And he sinks all 3.
So good early start for Hobson. 6 points here in the first few minutes of the game.
9-6, Preston up. Down in the corner, it goes back in, down there. Loveland for the 3 from the corner, no good. Good rebound inside by Gerard as he got inside positioning and got the putback basket.
Yeah, that was one of those 3-pointers that comes off the rim kind of strange. It just fell right in his hands.
Smaley off the glass, no good. Ty pushes off, gets the rebound, and they're going to have a holding foul before the shot, so the ball will be out of bounds, and the foul's going to be against Ramirez.
Yeah, shot went in, but they'll call that on the floor. Ramirez and Hyde really battling in there for position.
Ramirez is going to come out. Hunter Hansen comes in, a 6'5" junior. No good on the, I should say it's a rebound pass. Goes to Parker, his shot no good, but Ty's there with the follow.
Yeah, they almost could have called Ty for offensive interference on that, but his hand was way up above the rim and tipped it back in.
Here's Gibbons waiting for the offense to set up. He gives it to Loveland. Swing it all the way back on the right side as it comes to Gerard. Back out top. 3-pointer from straight away is good by Ethan Gibbons. So Gibbons makes the 3. Smaley with the ball up into the front court. Comes on the left side to Tyler Parker. Tyler drives down to the block, goes up, traveled. Tried to come to a jump stop and slipped.
Yeah, saw the other defender coming and shuffled his feet. Now we'll see Scott Dunn will be in for Tyler.
Scott Dunn's going to come in. Tyler comes off rubbing his eye like he might have got poked.
Yeah, so Scotty normally a starter back in there now.
Tied at 11, 4.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Comes over to Gibbons. Gibbons swings it down in the corner. That's Loveland. Nice move inside, lay it up and in.
Yeah, Burley largely getting the shots they want here, I think, in the early going, Dan. Between the 3-pointers and drives to the hoop.
I think Ty is almost playing like he's spooked on defense. Wants to make sure he doesn't get in foul trouble. Nice little backdoor pass. That one goes to Ty. He has 5 here in the first quarter, and we're tied at 13. Loveland to Whiting, 15-foot jumper, good again.
Yep.
And a timeout called by the Indians. 30-second timeout. We'll squeeze a 30 in here as well. Back right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
3:53 to play here in the first quarter. And the Indians trail by a deuce. Burley up 15-13 as Smaley brings the ball up the court. No pressure put on by the Bobcats. Smaley to Dunn from the right side. A 3-pointer by Scotty, in and out. Luke's got the rebound inside. No good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, count it.
Luke Smaley, the foul shot.
Good work inside, getting his own rebound and the putback basket.
Yeah, Luke working hard on the boards. That's your point guard coming down in and out jumping the bigger guys in the lane for those boards.
So here's Smaley, who completes the 3-point play as he makes the free throw. He has 5 here in the first quarter.
I see some pressure. Oh,
Garrett Ward into the game, and they take it away as it goes to Ty. Ahead to Dunn, swings it over in the corner. Three-pointer for Hobson's off the side of the board. Ball loose, picked up there. Whiting has it up into the front court. Whiting, a little fancy dribble as he goes between the legs. Now comes around the screen. In the corner there, a three-pointer is going to be rattled around and stay out by Jared Othman. Rebound comes off to the Indians, and we got a foul in the backcourt. Foul's going to go against Orthman. That'll be his first, and the ball out of bounds to the Indians.
Yeah, the Indians came out of that timeout, Dan, a lot better defensive intensity.
Yep, that's 5 team fouls against the Bobcats, and there's still 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Smaley up into the front court. Ward cuts through, now goes back to the corner. Left side to Hobson, back out top to Smaley. Right side to Dunn. Can't get a shot from there, so he'll bring it back to Smaley. Hyde has it at the elbow, kicks it back in the left corner, back to Hobson. His skip pass comes back to Dunn. Good work by the defense to cut that off before he can get a shot. Inside in the paint, it goes to Hyde, back door to Ward, lay it up and in.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Ty. He faked it to Smaley, drew the defender, and then dished it to Ward.
In the front court, down low, Whiting traveled.
Yeah.
He had the same problem that
yeah, you see that big man come over and you get happy feet sometimes.
Yeah, he got a good look at the middle of the chest of Ty Hyde and skipped his feet. Indians ball back up into the front court. 2:16 to play in the quarter. Up by 3 is Preston. Done with it. Bounce it down low. Try to get it into Hyde. Knocked away, but it ends up back with the Indians again. Back out top. Swing it back to Smaley on the right side. Smaley will bring it back to the top of the key and let the offense set back up. Goes on the right side to Hobson. Back to Smaley. The left corner, it goes to Hyde. Back over in the corner to Hobson again. Another 3 from there. Good again.
Boy, that was deep in the corner. It came from behind the backboard from our angle.
He had that one shot that hit the side of the board. Other than that, he's been nothing but net all night. Indians go up by 6, 21-15. 1.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Burley comes to Orthman. In the corner, it goes there to Whiting. Fall away jumper, good. That's a 2 for Whiting.
Yeah, Whiting's barely missed or not missed at all tonight.
He has 7 here in the first quarter. Nice pass goes to Ward. Layup no good. Quickly, here come the Bobcats. And the long 3 by Whiting is good. Yeah. That was about 7 feet outside the arc.
Yeah, that's a tough shot to defend if you got to defend way out there. Great shot.
1 point game. Preston on top, 21-20 inside the final minute on the Lawn Color Tires scoreboard. Goes to Hobson. 15-foot jumper. Good.
Cooper's first 2-point basket here tonight. He's matching Whiting shot for shot here.
Looks like it's going to be one of those nights. Preston up by 3. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. 3-pointer from the corner. That is off the side of the board. Goes to Hyde. Quick outlet. It goes to Ward. Gets it to Smaley. Waiting for Ty to come back and join the offense. So Luke will pull the ball out and they'll work for the last shot with 20 seconds left on the clock. Hobson wants Ward to cut through. Goes back to Smaley with 13 on the clock. High post, Hyde. Back to Hobson. To Ward in the left corner. Now back to Smaley again with 6, with 5. Hobson for 3 to beat the clock. Good again! That's the way the first quarter ends. 23-20 with Preston on top after a good opening 8 minutes for the Indians. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the second quarter right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices.
Wow.
The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
It was just a bad game.
Do you like
One of those
earning
rock
interest
fights.
on your money? If so,
35,
Lewiston State
26.
Bank has the account for you.
It
This is
just
Shelley
wasn't pretty.
Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
We'll go to the second quarter. Preston leads by 6, 26-20. Good scoring quarter for both teams to open up tonight.
Yeah, the Indians certainly scoring enough to get it done. Now need to clamp down on defense a little better here. Oh, good pressure.
Come out with good pressure. Little backdoor pass. That's a nice pass. And the layup underneath goes to Hunter Hansen. 26-22. Here comes Smaley across the timeline. He'll go to the right side. Hobson pops out to meet the ball. In the corner, now back out. Dunn for three. Good.
Good to see Scott hit one.
You know, as much as they played, I know the practices before the Minico game, they looked tired. This time with a week off, they look much more rested. Hansen kicks it back outside. That's a three-pointer put in by Jared Orthman. 29-25. Hobson, free throw line extended right. Gets it to Smaley. Goes back to Dunn. Now to Smaley in the left corner. Drops it down on the block to Hyde. They double team tie, but he goes to Smaley. Lay it up and in. Count it. Foul again.
Smaley with the basket.
We'll give Ty Hyde an assist there. They brought the double team. Luke read it smartly, dove right to the rim and caught it and finished it.
Fouls on Jace Whiting. That's his second, and that's 6 on the team. So with 6:48 to play in the quarter, Burley's out of fouls as Smaley completes his second three-point play of the night. He has 8 here in the first half. Quickly up into the front court. Comes to Hansen. Gibson back to Whiting and a holding foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Luke. A little hand check out there on the perimeter trying to stay with Whiting.
That'll be first on Luke, second on the team. Yes. Trying to get Ridge Gerard to sit down so the official can see the official score and get courtside. Ethan Gibbons will come to the bench.
Yeah, just the second foul, as you mentioned, Dan, on Preston. So
ball comes in off the side. Ortman gives it to Hansen, now gets it back. Orthman back to Whiting. He's liable to shoot from anywhere. Drives, kicks from the left side. Three-pointer again. This one by Carson Noble is good.
both teams hot from beyond the arc here in the first half.
Burley, as Luke gets it down low to Ty, has it poked away. It's going to go out of bounds. It should stay with the Indians, and it will. Burley shoots 31% from behind the arc.
They're certainly better than that so far in the first half, but you know, they don't have a lot of size inside. What they get at the rim is going to be off of cuts and backdoor screens and so forth, but they put up 28 points already. They're not too shabby.
They shoot 31 from behind the arc, but overall their field goal percentage is only 38. So it kind of shows where the weakness is. Dunn drives, laid off the glass and in. They can make them from 20 and out, but they miss them from 19 and in. Gibbons back into the game. Boy, Ty bounces out on him. Give it back to Gerard on the right side. Swing it back over to the left. Back to Orthman. Orthman goes around Ward. Kicks it off in the corner. Here comes Noble driving toward the paint and a foul inside.
A little bit of a bailout there by the official. He was out of control and just threw it up at the rim. Wow,
it's going to go on Ty.
Ty was more or less standing there when it happened.
They're also going to call the foul before the shot, so the ball would be out of bounds to the Bobcats underneath their own basket. Riley Loveland back into the game as Jared Orthman leaves.
Yeah, Whiting out of the game for the Bobcats for the moment.
Remember, he has 2 fouls here in the first half. Gibbons to Gerard, back to Gibbons, looks left, doesn't go there, comes back here on the right side, bounce it down low as Ramirez back in the game, down on the low post, bounce it inside, nice pass, and the basket is up and good by Noble. Who touched him?
Yeah, who touched him?
That's what Coach Jones is asking the same question. They're going to call it against Smaley. There wasn't anybody standing within 3 feet of him.
Yeah, that was a curious one.
So Noble's going to go to the free throw line, try to complete his second 3-point play of the night. As Riley and Tyler Parker come back in, Smaley ain't the Bobcats even as good as they're shooting here in the first half.
Yeah, we'll get Ramirez again. Yeah.
17 fouls, so Ty's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, 5:02 left in the second quarter in the 1 and 1 here. I'm not sure where Coach Whiting is for Burley tonight, Dan. He's not on the bench. I asked the Burley radio guy, and he didn't know, so no, not sure. Ty hits the first.
Ty makes the first. The girls have been eliminated, so he's not with the girls team. His wife coaches the girls team. Second one's no good. Rebound inside by Parker. Let's put it back up and in. Nice hustle play by Tyler for reverse layup after the missed shot. Gibbons brings the ball across the timeline, holds it way out near the line. Now comes over here on the right side. It comes to Noble. Back to Gibbons again. Back to Noble on the right side on the angle. In the corner, it goes down there to Loveland. Back out here as it comes back to Noble again. Noble lost the ball, had it taken away. Goes to Dunn, and then Noble just about tackled him.
Yeah,
and draws the foul.
Scotty will get to go to the line then on that. Good defense by Cooper Hobson. Forced that turnover.
Yeah, they went back and forth between Gibbons and Noble 3 or 4 times, and it got to the point where Hobson just finally knew it was coming.
Yeah, Hobson, good size out there in the perimeter, the defender.
Here's Dunn. No, he missed the first. Went way down and came out. So Scotty misses his first free throw of the night. 6-point lead for the Indians, 37-31. They lob it in the corner to Ramirez. Kick it back out to Gibbons again. Gibbons will go back to Ramirez along the baseline. Doesn't look to shoot. Comes back to Gibbons. And they want a timeout. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take one here as well. As with 4:09 left here in the first half, the Indians lead by 6. Back right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Ball out of bounds to Burley to start after the timeout. Jace Whiting back into the game. Whiting works against Dunn. Hangs from the free throw line, and the 15-foot runner is good. He has 12 tonight.
Yeah, he's a talented offensive player for sure.
So he keeps what is already a very impressive string of games going already, as he's been in double figures in every game. 3-pointer for Hobson, good again. Hobson's got 17. He may go for a career high tonight. 40 to 33.
Ty Hyde too. Ty's got 5 assists in my book.
Whiting, pull-up jumper. This one's no good. Riley Parker has the rebound. He'll give it to Hobson. Up into the front court. Hobson looks back at the coach to get the play. Wants to come left. Now comes around the screen set by Hyde from the right elbow. Shot no good. Rebound comes off as it's grabbed by Gibbons. Up into the front court. They get it ahead to Loveland. As Whiting's jumping up and down for the ball. He's got to be one of those guys who's got like Pete Maravich.
Yeah.
Just give him the ball and get out of the way.
Well, he's feeling it here in this first half for sure.
Ethan Gibbons. And offensive foul, illegal screen.
Yeah.
That's going to go against Ramirez, and that's 3.
Yeah, Ramirez not a real offensive threat out there, so he's there to defend and rebound, set screens, and got caught for a moving screen that time. We'll have to take a seat there with 3 fouls.
Hunter Hansen comes back, the 6'5 junior. 2:46 to play on the Ron Keller's higher scoreboard. Indians up 7, 40-33.
I think the Indians will probably go the rest of the half without Luke Smaley with 2 fouls.
Backdoor, little backdoor pass to Dunn, lay it up and in, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Loveland. That'll be his first. Check that his second. So Scott Dunn will go back to the free throw line where he missed a moment ago and try to complete the 3-point play this time. And it's good.
Good touch on that free throw to climb up over the front rim and in.
Scotty's got 8 here in the first half. Impressive numbers scoring-wise for Preston here in the first half. Dunn with 8. Hang, that's Whiting, no good. Hobson has the rebound, and he pushes it back up into the front court to Tyler Parker. Whoops, almost traveled, didn't call it. Then he missed the shot, taken away in the paint by Loveland. And here comes the black-clad Bobcats. Loveland for a 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Hobson has the rebound. Hobson's going to slow it down and listen to Coach Jones as he walks his way up the backcourt. Comes across the timeline. Jared Orthman will come back in next time the ball's dead. Down low to Hyde, reverse pivot, lay it up and in.
Yeah, Hyde has the advantage. If they're not going to double team, that's where we ought to be going first.
He left Hansen standing like he was nailed to the floor. Comes to Hansen. Swinging on the right side to Gerard. Can't get a shot. Can't get it to Whiting either, so he goes in the corner. 3-pointer from there by Loveland is good.
Yeah, wide open, and he nails it.
9-point lead for the Indians, 45-36, 1:15 to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here in the first half. Dan Hubbard and Lyle Fuller with you from Preston Gym tonight as the pass is just a little bit wide. Scott Dunn couldn't reach it. And so Jared Orthman comes back into the game.
Garrett Ward comes in, will probably become the primary ball handler. It's been Hobson the last 3 or 4 trips down the floor, but Garrett will probably take over that now.
Matt Evans into the game for the first time tonight as well for Burley. Number 23 in black. Oh, nice pass. Oh. Wait for a couple of Indians to fly by. Reverse layup is good by Gerard.
Yeah, good fake by Gerard.
Good patience. He had to stand there and wait for both Hobson and Hyde to go flying by. Tyler Parker at the left elbow. Give it off to Dunn for 3.
Oh.
Good.
There we go.
They are shooting the eyes out of the basket tonight. 33 seconds to play here in the first half. Preston by 10, 48-38. They want Barrett to go through, does Whiting. Whiting comes around the screen, lays it off. Now kick it back out in the corner, back to Gerard. A 3-pointer from there. Rattles around and finally falls in. That touched iron about 9 times before it went in. Here's Ward, across the timeline, 5 seconds to play in the quarter.
Needs to hurry.
To Dunn, Scotty hangs, shot no good, and that's the way the quarter ends. Ty tried to go up and tap it in midair, but just out of his reach as we're done with the first half. And for Preston, they have a 7-point lead. They lead it 48-41 after the first half here tonight. And you get up in the mid-40s for both teams. That is an impressive first half.
Yeah, that could easily be a final score for a lot of high school games, but high scoring, entertaining first half. Both teams hitting a lot of threes, shooting the ball well. Indians going to the break up 7.
48-41. We'll come back and talk about the first half after this timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back here at halftime. Indians leading by 7, 48-41. I need to take a second here, Lyle, and take care of a little piece of business. I guess there's some thought going around town that in the game last Wednesday at Minico that Ron Smaley had accidentally let a swear word slip going into a timeout at some point during the game. I sat next to him the whole night. I didn't hear a swear word, so I'm not saying that he didn't, but I don't think he did. And if he did, we sincerely apologize.
Yeah, I listened to watched the broadcast over the internet and didn't catch anything like that either. But anyways, we'll keep it clean here tonight.
All right, so thank you. So let's talk about the first half. Both teams really shooting very well.
Yeah, offensive fireworks from both teams, and normally you think, gosh, if you score 48 and a half, you're going to be blowing somebody out. But credit to Burley, they've hit a lot of threes. Of course, they're in an unfamiliar gym shooting-wise, and they've come in and shot the ball extremely well. So you have to give them credit for putting up 41 and staying right with the Indians.
Usually we talk about if you can get 20 in a quarter for a high school basketball game, you're doing good.
Yeah.
All 4 quarters that have been played so far by the two teams in the first half, 20-plus points in all 4.
Yeah, and I know it pains Coach Tyler Jones' heart to see them score that much, but it's fun as a fan to watch them fill up the basket and hit those threes.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Lyle will look at the scoring for the first half as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Take a look at the first half stats, and Lyle Fuller has those numbers for us.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Just to give a quick update on head coach Trent Whiting, the word we're getting is that he's just away on business and not with the team for that reason, but for the Indians this year. But they go 8 for 11 in the first half from the free throw line. Individual stats, Ty Hyde goes 3 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 from the line. I've got Ty with 3 rebounds and 5 assists in that first half. Luke Smaley goes 3 for 4 and 2 for 2 from the line. Scott Dunn 2 for 3 on twos, 2 for 3 on threes, and 1 for 2 at the line. Cooper Hobson, huge first half for Cooper, 1 for 2 on twos, 4 for 6 on three-pointers, then 3 free throws on another three-pointer he was fouled on. So 17 first half points for Hobson. Riley Parker played but didn't score in the first half. Garrett Ward got a layup. He goes 1 for 2 from the field. Tyler Parker started here on senior night, goes 1 for 3 from the field, chips in a rebound and a couple of assists, so good contribution from Tyler there in the first half. Again, the Indians up 48-41 at the half. They were up 26-20 at the end of the first, so the Indians put up 22 points in that second quarter, and the Burley Bobcats put up 21.
And just in case you're interested, Jace Whiting with a dozen in the first half tonight.
Felt like more, though, didn't it?
It sure did. Take a quick 1-minute timeout. We'll come back to the second half coming up right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Second half about to get underway here. Preston leading 48-41. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. And glad to have you with us. Don't forget, Friday night will be on the internet only at mylocalradio.com as Preston will close out the regular season with a game at Pocatello. Right from jump, as Hobson finally missed one. He has second miss of the night. The first one off the side of the backboard. Quickly, Loveland has it in the front court, slips, falls in the paint, gives it off to Gerard. Kick it back out top as it comes back to Whiting. Whiting wants the screen to come his way. Evans, but he goes the other way. Scoop shot, good.
Circus shot there from Whiting. Scoops that up and in.
He scooped that way down below his ankle, I think. It's in on the post. It goes to Hyde. Nice spin move. Evans, no match either on that move.
Yeah, Evans gives up 3 inches and quite a few pounds there to Hyde in the post.
Give it to Evans in the paint. We'll kick it back out. That's Loveland for 3. Good. Loveland's got 11.
Yeah, Loveland left open there. Drains a 3.
So it's down to a 3-point lead for Preston. Check that 4-point lead, 50-46. Smalley drives off the glass is good.
Boy, tough drive there, tough shot.
Wait, what? About 4 weeks ago, something clicked within Luke, and all of a sudden he became a real threat.
Yeah, decided to not just be a facilitator, and it's really helped Preston offensively.
Whiting, no good.
He was too open.
He's missed 2 in a row. That's a cold streak. As Dunn has it in the left corner. Back out top, it comes to Luke. Lob inside to Hyde. Reverse layup, good.
Yeah, if he can get down that low with either a lob or entry pass, that's going to be 2 points more often than not here.
Without Ramirez in the game, they have anybody who can really keep up with Ty. In fact, come to think of it, with Ramirez in the game, they still don't have anybody who can keep up with Ty. Three-pointer is no good. Off the hands, it goes to Loveland. Fall-away jumper, no. Smalley up high for the rebound. Quick pass comes out to Dunn. It's deflected, but Scotty able to get it anyway. As it comes to Hyde, 16 feet away, drives the paint, gets the contact and the bucket. Hyde with the hoop and the harm. And the foul is going to go against.
Putting number 23 there, Evans, they're calling, I guess.
Oh, I thought he said 22. But they have 23 on the board.
Yeah.
Okay. So Evans gets his first. Ty with another basket. Has 14. Goes back to the free throw line and try to complete the 3-point play here. A little bit too strong. Rebound comes off to Whiting. Whiting pushes her quickly up to the front court. Tries to go around Luke. Whoops, lost it between his feet. Picked up by Dunn. Scotty all the way, lay it in. Scott Dunn, Johnny on the spot. Timeout called by Burley. We'll take a timeout here as well. Back after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340 at mylocalradio.com.
Apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back. Indians up by 12 in tonight's game, brought to you by West Motor Company. The place to go when you're in a market for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Dodge truck. Why? Simple. They make you feel like it's home sweet home. That's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they possibly can. If you call Cache Valley home, stop by West Motor Company and welcome home. 5:27 to play here in the third. Indians up 12, as we mentioned, 58-46. Gibbons will give it off to Loveland. Look back door a couple of different times, nothing there, so they'll give it back to Gibbons again, back to the top of the key. He gives it to Whiting on the right angle, wants to drive baseline, pulls up, double team, no shot there. Hansen for 3, that's no good. Tapped inside by Gibbons, and it's going to go to the Indians.
Well, that's Hansen, their 6'5" post out there bombing a 3. making Ty guard all the way out 22 feet away from the hoop.
Here comes Smaley up into the front court. Gives it to Hobson, who's been dead-eye tonight. 17 so far in the game. Whoops. Nice move by Hyde.
Oh.
Fouled, and this time it will not go down for him. And Hansen stands there and goes, me?
Ty uses that footwork, and once he gets those shoulders past you, you're pretty well done as the defender. You'll get another trip to the line out of it.
So here's Ty at the free throw line. And he makes the first. He was like David Copperfield. Just one second he was there, next second he was gone, and Hansen was, where'd he go?
Yeah, he had a good look at the layup, just wouldn't fall, but now he hits both free throws. So great start to the half for Hyde.
Ty now with 16. Check that, 17, I should say.
Good balanced scoring here by the Indians.
Comes out to Gerard. He'll give it back to Whiting. And a whistle away from the ball. It's going to be against the Indians.
We'll see.
And it's going to go against Scott Dunn, a holding foul. That'll be his first. First team foul of the half against the Indians as well. So the Indians with 4 men in double figures tonight. Long shot by Whiting, no good. The long rebound comes off to Gibbons. Gibbons flips it up around Hyde and in.
Nice little shot by Gibbons. Little left-hander on the left side.
Gibbons now with 5. Lead back to 12, 60-48. 4:05 to play in the quarter on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. We got a holding foul. And this is going to go against number 4. Again, he's trying to keep Hyde from moving around down in the paint. He can't control him.
Yeah, he's trying to hold that position and not let Ty get on the low block.
As there's Hyde. Whoops, Hansen got a part of that one, so he keeps it from going in. Get it to Gibbons up into the front court. Defenders are back, so he'll slow the ball down, and they'll kick it back out. 3:55 to play in the quarter, and a whistle. That's going to be an illegal screen against Hansen. That's 3 on him.
Yeah,
and that's going to get Ramirez back off the bench. He already has 3 fouls as well.
Ironically, same play and call that Ramirez got his third on, a high moving screen out top. Now he'll take a turn trying to keep Hyde out of the low block.
Good luck.
Oh, he's just grabbing him by the shoulder.
Yeah, just a spin move. And again, not much you can do with 3 fouls, and you can't dare pick up your 4th. Ty now with 19.
Yeah, good move by Preston to go right to Hyde, go after the guy with 3 fouls.
Whiting has it, free throw line extended left. He'll pop the 3 from there. No good, he's missed 3 in a row. Whoop, taken away. That's quick hands by Loveling. Gets it to Ramirez, put it up and in, or?
The referee's looking at each other. What's the call?
Travel. Ramirez traveled before the shot.
Yeah, the 2 officials had a long pause staring at each other. What do you have? What do you have? Travel it is.
So Luke and Hobson get a little explanation before they bring the ball in backcourt. 62-48, 3:10 to play here in the third. Hobson's going to go ahead and shoot another 3 and make it.
That was a long 3.
That's 20 for Hobson. 65-48. Little runner, that's going to fall in. Nice shot by Gibbons. That left his hand. I wasn't sure it was going to go in.
So try to go back to Hyde now. Ramirez fronting him in the post. Hyde gets it anyways.
It's back to Ty. Took a whack across the nose.
I think they'll get Gerard though on this one. Let's see. Yeah.
It will be Gerard. It'll be his first.
Gerard coming from the backside to bring the double team there and picks up the foul.
So here's Ty back to the free throw line. First one is good. Tyler Parker's going to come back in. Scott Dunn's going to come to the bench.
Well, Tyler's given the Indians some good minutes tonight. Oh, Ty misses the second.
Ty missed the second. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to Burley.
Yeah, they either have to give the ball to Burley or call a foul on Hobson. No, they're going to call Hobson. Yeah. Over the back.
10 White.
10 White, that's Garrett. Wait a minute.
That's Garrett.
I didn't see any foul on Garrett.
It's all right. It's only his first, team second. 66-50. Preston up by 15. Whiting drives, pulls it back, now wants to come down the left side of the key. Little spin move, 14-foot jumper is good.
Tough shot.
66-52. As Hyde trying to work for position, and the pass is a little wide and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, they didn't have the right angle to get the bounce pass in there to tie that time. Should have gone up over the top with a little lob when Ramirez fronted him in the post.
There's Whiting back up in the front court. 2 minutes left in the quarter. On the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. As Whiting stops at the right elbow, gives it off to Gerard. Fumbled it, so he's got to pull it back out. He'll give it back to Whiting, who holds up one finger. Whiting comes around the screen. Look out, as Ty jumps out on it. That's a mismatch.
Yeah, good hedge by Ty.
As it goes around Smaley and lays it in.
Whiting able to get all the way to the rim that time.
Another three here by Hobson. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Riley had the rebound and knocks it out of bounds. Timeout called by the Indians, I do believe.
Yeah.
As they'll take a timeout here. And tonight's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center. Their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to a normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medical and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you a treatment plan designed to get you back on your feet. So give them a call today. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet. Now, if you think 66 points is anywhere near the high water mark for points in a game this year for the Indians. Now, remember, they had 91, but that was in the 4 overtime
so
game.
You have to remember the 4 OT game.
So the game in regulation, their high water mark for points was the game here against Skyview. They scored 85.
It's a lot of points in a 32-minute basketball game.
But if you go by, they've scored 20 or more in every quarter. If they scored 20 in the fourth right now, they'd have 86.
Yeah, the Indians scoring the ball well and defending better here in the third quarter. It's helped as Burley started missing some shots.
They lead by 12 with 1:20 to play. 66-54. Whiting just outside the arc, wants to make a move on Smaley from down from the baseline. Fall away jumper, no. Luke has the rebound. Quickly pushes up into the front court. Goes up against Ramirez and draws the foul. If it's against Ramirez, which it should, it'll be 4. And it is. So Ramirez draws his 4th. Smaley will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Luke's first is good.
Well, Burley goes small. They take out 6'5" Ramirez and put in number 3 Noble. They list at 6'1". He looks a little smaller than that, so Hyde with a decided advantage in the post now.
Smaley's second is good again. Luke has a dozen. So Hyde has 19, Coop Hobson has 20, Dunn has 13, Smaley has 12. And we're inside a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Noble to Gerard. Back out top, Whiting from way downtown, no good. Hobson has the rebound. I should say Hyde had the rebound, kicks it out to Luke, who slows it down. Walks the ball across the timeline, gives it over to Hobson, free throw line extended left in the left corner. Now back out top to a Parker, lob down low, and they're holding Ty on the entry pass.
Yeah, that's Noble down there doing the best he can. I mean, give the kid credit for battling hard, but he's giving up a lot of size.
That's his assignment. His second. Free throws again for Ty as he'll go back to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. This will be his 10th free throw of the night. And it's good.
Good touch there on that free throw.
So Ty has made 7 of 10. That also puts him at the 20-point mark. It's been a while since he's been over the 20-point level in a game.
Oh, missed number 2.
Second one stays out. And the rebound off to the Bobcats. As Gibbons again will walk it across the timeline. 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Gibbons comes left, now wants to double back. Gives it back to Whiting. Drives, hangs, 15-footer good.
Yeah, even though he made that shot, forcing him into a tough 15-foot runner is not a bad outcome for the Preston defense.
Ball in the front court for the Indians. 6 seconds to play in the quarter. Smaley out top to Hobson. They got a hand on it. Hobson's going to go up anyway, but it will not go down for him as he was just slightly out of time trying to make that shot. So we're done with 3. Preston up 69-56. Back to the fourth, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home after this timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
We'll start the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. As once again, Preston does 20-plus points again. 26 points in the first, 22 in the second, and 21 points in the third tonight. They lead 69-56 as we go to the fourth.
Hyde carrying a lot of the offensive load there in quarter number 3.
Skip pass across the defense. Little 14-foot jumper by Orthman is good. He has 5 now in the game. And the lead down to 11. Ward into the game. Smaley in the corner, back out top to Parker. Whoa! That ball's whacked out of midair by Noble and hit Parker right in the face.
Yeah. Parker's still trying to clear the cobwebs a little bit.
Smaley wants to drive, now goes around the corner, goes around Hansen and in.
Good screen by Ty Hyde there to spring Smaley along the right side there.
Luke's now got 14 in the game.
Oh, thought we had a steal. Nope.
Noble driving, tried to flip it around Hyde, but then flipped it out of bounds. And calling a timeout is Burley. So we'll keep it here and remind you that the fourth quarter tonight is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Webb Funeral Home has been assisting Franklin County residents in their time of need since 1925. When you need their professional and understanding care, stop by their modern full-service facility just off Highway 91. It's just south of the city of Preston. Their doors are open for you for your questions and concern anytime. That's Webb Funeral Home, serving Franklin County since 1925. 71-58. 7 minutes to play here in regulation.
Indians will have the ball coming out of timeout.
Trying to keep an eye on my Twitter feed. I haven't seen any other scores been posted. Here we go. Blackfoot and Hillcrest. Blackfoot leading 48-36 at the end of the third. Usually the guys at Idaho Sports will post scores, but I don't see anything involving other games going on in the Great Basin Conference. Smaley up into the front court. As they try to get it down low to Hyde, it squirts through his hands as Whiting chases to get it, flips it to Noble, and then Parker takes it away and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah. Scramble on both ends. Tyler Parker probably saved a layup there with good hustle play on defense.
How many points do we have to score for the student body to get pizza?
It's something I don't know about? 75. There's free fries.
Okay. Well, they're chanting they want pizza. So
what? I thought they were saying their free fries chant there. But
oh, was it free
Indians
fries?
at 71, so we got to put a few more in before we're there.
Here's a three-pointer put up by Orthman, no good. Smalley up high for the rebound. He'll push up into the front court. Dunn with it in the left corner. Bring it back out top to Smalley again. Smalley goes back to Dunn. Free throw line extended left. Now down to the corner goes to Smalley.
And they're going to get Ty.
Hansen takes a flop, and they're going to call a foul on Ty, just his second.
Yeah, just battling for position in the post.
I think Hansen's finally realized I can't move him, right. So if he looks at me, I'm going to collapse.
Yeah, Hyde, that's what, foul number 2 on Ty.
Ball up into the front court as it comes to Noble. Noble to Whiting, kick it back out. Hansen wanted a three, takes the one bounce dribble and made it.
Hansen, good job of setting himself to shoot with a little rhythm dribble there. Knocks down the three.
So back to a 10-point lead now for the Indians, 61. Hobson down to the post. It goes to Hyde, backs in on Hansen. Kick it over in the corner. Dunn looks for a three from there. Good again.
Dunn shooting the ball well tonight. That helps the offense a whole bunch.
Dunn with 16. They're not careful. They're going to have 4 guys with 20-plus tonight.
Wow.
Whiting wanted it, then back out. Gives it over to Noble. Back to Hansen. From the right elbow, his shot's blocked. Taken out of the air by Parker. Up in the front court, goes to Hobson. Hobson gives it to Smalley. They'll start to slow things down. Let the offense set up. They'll give it back to Hobson. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. 74-61 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Comes back to Dunn. Looks at a three. Doesn't take it. Instead, he'll give it back to Ty, staying out near the three-point line. He'll just flip it to Smalley, who comes out to the top of the key to meet it. Back there on the right side, it comes to Dunn on the angle. To Parker, down low, back to Smalley, and he's fouled going up. Good thing he was, because he put the ball off the bottom of the rim.
Yeah, Smalley get a trip to the line. That's that play where if the opposing team's got a smaller guard trying to guard him, we'll post him way down low and let him use his leaping ability to score an easy basket. That time he gets a trip to the free throw line, though.
So here's Luke. First one rattles around and stays out. Riley Parker comes back. Tyler Parker leaves. Yeah, I mentioned they have a possibility of getting 4 different guys to the 20-point level. Ty and Hobson already have 20. Scott Dunn has 16. And Smalley at the free throw line, as he makes that free throw, now has 15.
Great balanced scoring from the Indians there.
And the crowd goes nuts as they reach the 75-point mark. And somebody yells French and everybody else yells fries. Whiting between the legs dribble, goes over Hobson, no good. Riley Parker has the rebound inside. Good position on Loveland where he couldn't get to the ball. 4:15 to play. 75-61.
Yep.
Indians on top.
Don't need to be in a hurry here. Just run your stuff and get something good.
Smalley
good.
Off the glass. No. Hyde tapped it. Couldn't control it, and it's going to go out to Burley.
Yeah. Smalley had a good lane to the hoop. Just rolled around and out.
Just couldn't get it quite to go down. We go on to the 4-minute mark here in the fourth. Fourth quarter, as always, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Indians up by 14, 75-61. Whiting has it. Talk about 20-point scores. Whiting has 20 as well. Whiting double teamed, runs into a small Sequoia named Ty Hyde. As that to be a foul inside. As Gibbons, was foul going up.
Gibbons with a good fake, got Ty up in the air, then jumped into him, draws the foul.
Called the foul on Scott Dunn, however.
Oh, they got it on Dunn. Well, Dunn was there too. He was in the zip code.
That's 4 fouls on the Indians as a team. Gibbons shooting 2, makes the first. Gives him 8 on the night. Makes them both and now has 9. And a timeout called here by Preston. Full timeout. We'll sneak in a break here as well with 3:33 to play here in the fourth quarter. 75-63 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Don't forget, tomorrow night we will come to you from Mountain Home as the girls Lady Indians will play one game, survive and advance for a spot in the state playoffs next week in Boise, as they'll face Mountain Home, winner take all. We'll be on the air after the Utah State Coaches Show at 7 o'clock and have the game for you from Mountain Home. Smaley has it up in the front court. 3:15 to play. Luke drives, lays it off to Hyde, poked away from behind by Loveland, goes to Whiting, races three people down the floor, make the basket, and he's fouled.
Jason Whiting for the basket. Yeah, when Smaley drives all the way in, somebody else has got to get back.
Riley Parker called for the foul. That's his second, team's fifth. And Whiting takes a second to cinch up a shoe. He ran right through the traffic. He beat three Indians down the floor.
Yeah, Whiting showing that athletic ability there.
And the free throw for the three-point play is good.
Whiting running a little gingerly, like he may have twisted his ankle there or something, but stays in the game.
Has 23 now on the night. Down low, it goes to Hyde on the block, put it up and in. He just out-muscled Hansen again.
Yeah, not a lot Hansen could do when Hyde caught it that low.
Ty now with 22 leads the Indians in scoring tonight. Hansen finds himself in no man's land, couldn't do anything with it, so he just flipped it up in the air and prayed.
That's the old George Gervin finger roll from 12 feet out.
Unlike the Iceman, couldn't get that one to fall. Smaley has it in the corner. Can't get a shot, so he'll give it back to Cooper Hobson. Hobson will hand it back to Smaley. And his pass is fly swatted out of midair by Gibbons and out of bounds into the student section.
Yeah, give the Indians a chance to kind of reset there. Not great spacing or movement there.
And Hansen goes to the bench after that 14-foot scoop shot. As Matt Evans comes back in for him. Smaley drives all the way off the glass and in. Luke now with 17. Gibbons drives, goes high off the glass from the left block and gets that one to go down.
Yeah, Gibbons is just crafty. He's just crafty. He's left-hander, which helps.
He was able to get down there, really, and Preston was just kind of let him shoot. Comes out top to Riley Parker, who throws it to the poster on the back wall that nobody was anywhere near.
Yeah, not the pass the Indians were looking for there, but they'll keep their 11-point lead here under 2 minutes to go.
1:45 to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard, 79-68. Down low, it goes to Evans. Can't get a shot, so he'll give it back to Gibbons. Gibbons spins on Dunn, now finds himself in the paint, can't get a shot there. Evans from the baseline, it's no good. Parker has the rebound, then throws it away, gives it to Gibbons. Back outside, back to Loveland. Down low, and Hyde hammers Loveland. And we call for the foul. That'll be his third.
Yep, Indians still have to take care of the ball, finish this one out.
So Loveland's going to go to the foul line to shoot two here. 11-point lead. As the free throw's no good, Garrett Ward's going to come in. As Riley Parker's going to go back to the bench. Ortman's going to come in a minute.
Ward will give us another ball handler out there to finish out the last 90 seconds of the game.
Second one is good. So Loveland will now leave as Ortman comes in for the shooter. Full court pressure put on by Burley, I think for the first time tonight that I can remember. As it comes to Hobson, who runs the ball up into the front court. Look out, runs into Dunn, taken away again by Whiting. Here comes Whiting, scoop shot in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound in a crowd, flips it back out, and puts it right through the wickets of Gibbons and out of bounds.
Yeah, Preston caught a break there. Whiting misses a layup, then it's thrown away.
Take a timeout. We'll take one here as well. Our final timeout here of the game. Come back after this 30-second break on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
107 left on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard tonight. 79-69. Preston leads by 10. Hyde with 22. Hobson with 20 tonight. Dunn with 16. Smaley with 17. Well-rounded scoring. The ball belongs to the Indians under full court pressure, backcourt. Ward's got to get it in. Smaley finally comes to meet it. Ahead to Garrett, gets it up into the front court as they break the press. Then he's double teamed along the sideline and a timeout called by Jones. Ward ran right into their double team in the trap and had nothing he could do with it. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Stokes Market and True Value, not an ordinary grocery store, mind you, here in Preston. They see every customer as a friend and neighbor. Stokes Market True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery items. Stop by and see for yourself. 217 South State Street here in Preston. Under a minute to play in the game, 58.9 to be exact. 79-69. Indians come back with Hobson, Ward, Hyde, Smaley, and Dunn. Luke will bring it in from right in front of us. Gets it into Ty. Ty looks for the cutter. Couldn't get it to Smaley, so he'll get it to Dunn, who comes to meet the ball. Again, full court pressure. They're trying to trap the ball at every opportunity. And the Indians just kind of playing keep away. Goes in the corner to Ward, back out to Dunn. Back to Ward again in the corner. Now back to Dunn, free throw line extended right, back to Hobson, to Smaley, back to Dunn, back to Ward in the corner. Skip it all the way out to Hobson. Down to 30 seconds to play in regulation, and Dunn's going to be fouled by Carson Noble, and it'll be 1-1.
That's where it's helpful to have guards a little bit taller, be able to pass that over the defense. We go 6'2", 6'2", and Garrett's probably 6'1", Hobson 6'4". It's helpful to have a little size out there on that keep-away game.
There's Dunn. He has 16 tonight. First of the 1-1 is good. Gives Scotty 17. That puts him level with Luke, who also has 17 tonight. And makes them both. 27 seconds to play on the clock as Gibbons brings it up into the front court. Gibbons goes up against Hyde, flips it up over him and sticks it.
The ball's.
That'll go to the Indians in alternating possession with 19 seconds to play.
Yep. Well, here comes the pressure again.
Ward to Smalley. Dribbles it up in the front court, gets it to Hyde, in the corner to Dunn. They won't shoot it. 12 seconds, 10 now on the clock as it comes back to Dunn, as the Bobcats will just run up the white flag and let's let the clock run out. It'll be an 81-69 final here tonight as the Indians improve their overall record and move a step closer to locking up that 2 seed in the upcoming conference tournament, which gets underway next week. So Preston now is 18-2, 10-2 in conference as they win it 81-69 tonight over the Burley Bobcats. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll start the post-game show after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back to the postgame show here tonight, back at Preston Gym, as the Preston Indians keep their home winning streak rolling with an 81-69 victory here tonight.
Yeah, great win for Preston. He did what had to be done, get a district win, which is the most critical thing, and build some momentum going into this away game. We finish at Pocatello on the road, and Pocatello can be a dangerous team, a lot like Burley. Guard-oriented, shoot a lot of threes, so good tune-up for the Pocatello game here to come up. But they'll celebrate this one tonight and finish with that 81-69 win. And, good balanced scoring is the thing that jumps out at you tonight, Dan. Really, you get 4 guys right up around that 20-point mark, and, boy, you're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, indeed. We'll take a full look at the scores coming up, but Ty Hyde ends up being the high scorer in the game with 22. Cooper Hobson with 20, and you mentioned that we get 2 other players within 5 points of also reaching the 20-point margin as well. You know, it's, when you can get balanced scoring like that, I don't care who you are, you're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, just put so much more pressure on the defense if they have to defend more guys and more spots on the floor. So, good job for the Indians tonight to put that up. You'd rather not give up 69 points if you had your druthers, but Burley made a lot of shots tonight, and you got to give credit to the Bobcats for shooting the ball well. But the Indians will put this one away and start looking forward to Pokey.
So it's been almost 2 years now. We're about 3 weeks short of 2 years to the day since Preston last lost here. They've now won 24 straight, and they've also won 70 of the last 95 games overall played here at Preston Gym. So the streak keeps on rolling for the Indians.
Yeah, great home court advantage. We had a big crowd here tonight. Of course, the band was going. Senior night usually draws a big crowd. So good night for the last home game before district tournament. And, we expect as the district tournament comes, we'll probably get just even more and more folks. So a lot of fun to play in this environment for the kids, a lot of fun as fans, and it even makes it more fun when there's offensive fireworks like we had tonight.
Tonight's game has been brought to you in part by S&T Electric. When it comes to all thing electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electric always should be your go-to crew, whether it's new construction or repair work, service or new installation. You know your electrical work is done right when it's done by S&T Electric. It's what they do. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at the scores from tonight's game after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Happy folks milling around on the floor here. Not only was it senior night, but a nice win tonight for the Indians. 81-69 over Burley, and Lyle Fuller has a look at our numbers.
Yeah, the Indians, obviously shot the ball well. You score 81 points, but let me give you some game totals overall. I've got the Indians going 19 for 31 on 2-point field goals, so excellent percentage there. 8 for 13 on 3, again, which, was great. And then free throws, which has been a problem sometimes this year. We go 17 out of 23 on free throws, so good solid percentage from the charity stripe. Individually, Ty Hyde goes 8 for 11 with 6 for 10 from the line for 22 points. I've got Ty with 5 rebounds, which is probably a little low, and 6 assists tonight from the big post for the Indians. Luke Smaley goes 6 for 8. Doesn't attempt a three-pointer, 5 for 6 from the free throw line for 17 points. Scott Dunn, 18 points. He goes 2 for 4 on 2s, 3 for 4 on 3s, and 3 for 4 from the line. Cooper Hobson came out scorching hot in that first half. Put up 17 points in the first half. He tacks on 3 more in the second half for 20 points. He goes 1 for 3 on 2s, 5 for 9 on 3s, and 3 for 3 from the line. Riley Parker played but did not score tonight. Garrett Ward goes 1 for 2 for 2 points. Tyler Parker 1 for 3 for 2 points. And that gets you to 81 for the Indians. Again, solid from the free throw line tonight. And, you'd like to hold the team under 69, but you get a 12-point win and you just move on down the road at this point in the year and just get ready for Pocatello.
Yep, absolutely. And just in case you're curious, Jace Whiting ends up being the high point man in the game as he leads Burley tonight with 23.
Yeah, Whiting, he's a tough cover. Boy, he got a lot of defensive attention from the Indians. He cooled off a little bit in the second half and missed some shots, but still a very talented offensive player and, came in and was as good as advertised.
Yeah, and he was shooting threes from 25 plus. And it seems to be his range is probably anywhere within the zip code.
Yeah, and he looked comfortable doing it. Yeah, it didn't seem to be, like I said, a stretch or outside of his range. So, this Burley team, as we talked about, they're one of these teams that in the district tournament, they can be dangerous. If they get hot from threes, Pocatello's the same way. Mountain Home puts a tremendous amount of defensive pressure on you with their length and athleticism. Right. There's some teams that kind of in the middle of the pack standing-wise that could rise up and bite somebody at the top part.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get some final thoughts from Lyle. We'll wrap up tonight's broadcast and tell you what's on tap for the Indians. We'll do all that as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
So Preston wins it tonight. Lyle Fuller, it was an impressive game from both sides.
Yeah, and you know, I think with the Indians, the last regular season district game coming up, as we kind of talked about, Dan, the Pocatello Indians are a lot like this Burley team. Really good guard play. They shoot a lot of threes. They try to spread you out and drive you and kick for threes. And so a good tune-up for Pocatello. We know Pocatello will be ready for us up there. They've been playing, I think, the home games at the pit up there, right, rather than the other gym. So that gives them a little bit of home court advantage there. But you know, you wonder how you're going to do coming off a week layoff, especially after a really big win, if there's going to be a letdown. And no letdown tonight. The Indians came out firing on all cylinders. You like to see that.
Yep, exactly. And I like their bounce back after the big win at Minico. There was no letdown. They came out, and like you said, they came out. They looked fresh. They looked rested, and they were bombing away right from the very start.
Yeah, ready to go. And give Hobson a lot of credit for pacing that hot start. He came out and hit some threes and really helped get off to the line, or get the line. What am I trying to say here? Get off the line quickly. That's what I'm trying to say, Dan.
Well, it's the Indians have one more game during the regular season. That'll be Friday night. We'll talk about that coming up in a minute. But the district tournament is next week, and they will be seeded anywhere between 2 and 4, depending if they win or lose at Pocatello.
Yeah, and you know, any game you can play at home just helps so much. I mean, I haven't made a study of this, but I think home court advantage is probably worth 6 or 8 points in a high school game. And as close as these top 4 teams are in the district, that could be huge to be able to host. So the Indians need to really buckle down and win at Pocatello, which would assure them of a second seed as we understand it.
Right, and the opening round of the tournament will be Thursday night, and more than likely, not official yet, more than likely, Preston would be hosting that game on Thursday night. Lyle, we appreciate what you do, and thank you for being here tonight. We'll see you next Thursday.
Good to be with you as always.
Next, we mentioned the next game for the boys does come up on Friday night as they wrap up the regular season. They'll be in Pocatello to take on the Indians. Pre-game show is at 7:10, tip-off at 7:30, and you can catch that game exclusively on mylocalradio.com. Next game for the girls comes up tomorrow. They will be at Mountain Home with a chance to clinch a spot in the state playoffs as they'll take on the Mountain Home Tigers. Coverage starts for that game right at 7 o'clock. We'll come on after a special edition of the Utah State Coaches Show live from San Diego. You'll be able to hear that game on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com as well. So that wraps up tonight's broadcast of Preston Indian basketball. The executive director of Preston Indian Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our coordinating studio, back in the studio, our coordinator tonight's been John Beverly. Special thanks to the basketball managers for running the camera on our video feed tonight as well. So till next time, for Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard, thanking you for joining us here tonight. Remind you of the final score as the Indians knock off the Bobcats from Burley. Final score, 81-69. Until tomorrow night from Mountain Home, we wish you a very pleasant good evening.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.